I think we can all just take a deep breath. Do I think the Jays still are going to win the division? We're hanging on for dear life in every way possible. But getting that performance tonight, hell, that 6th inning tonight, gave everybody, and I'm really, really hoping, including this team, including all the fellas, a collective, because it has been an awful ride. We've talked about it ad nauseum. In their last, 5 or 6 games, they've scored 1 run. And it looked like it was going to be awful again today. Through 5, they have opportunities, right? Vladdy comes up with Nathan Lucas at third and 1 out in the 1st inning. And it's right back to the pitcher. You know, and Santander comes up, what was it, the 4th inning? I can't remember which inning it came up. With the bases loaded. And he proceeds to absolutely demolish a baseball about 5 feet foul, maybe. Would have been a grand slam for Tony Taters. What a moment that would have been. Next pitch, he strikes out looking, albeit it was a nasty 2-seam. We're like, are we just cursed now? Like, what's going on here? But in the bottom half of the 6th inning, this team just kept battling. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. bounces one up the middle. I like the hustle. He had an infield single early on in the game, which again, would like to see a little bit of damage from the guy, but he got on there. I like the hustle and the effort. Fine. If we're not going to get freaking bombs, just at least give us some damn effort. And he gets on. Horrible toss from Trevor Story. Vladdy slides around the tag. You got a leadoff base runner. Addison Barger then walks. Now, the funny thing is, going into this inning, after the Nathan Lucas sliding, diving catch, whatever you want to call it there, in the top half of the 6th inning, I honestly, and I'm not like an incredibly religious person, but I literally said a freaking prayer. And I'm like, please let me see some life in this team. And Vladdy bounces up the middle. The error happens. He gets on. Barger walks. Santander has a great at-bat, gets hit by a pitch. The bases are now loaded. They go to the bullpen for the lefty Justin Wilson to face Dalton Varsho, which we all understood. And in my mind, I'm like, you can't let Varsho hit here. You have not scored any runs. You have the base loaded and nobody out. Lefty on the hill. You need a right-handed bat up there, whether it's Kirk, Schneider, whatever. You need to score some damn runs. And boy, did Dalton Varsho prove me wrong. And I love every second of it. Because he gets a 94-mile-an-hour fastball on an 0-2 pitch at the top of the zone. That's his kryptonite. And he drives one to right field high and deep. And I'm like, I'm not reacting yet while I'm watching. So I'm like, it's probably going to go to the track and get caught. But I see him go back. And I'm just very quiet. And then it's gone. A grand slam for Dalton Varsho. Could that be the moment? Could that be the Bo Bichette in Texas moment? If you don't know what I mean, when the Jays offense was anemic through Tampa into that Texas series earlier in the year where the Jays were like under 500, it was awful. He comes through the pinch hit homer as you win like a 2-1 ball game or 2-0 ball game or whatever it was. Didn't feel like much at the time. Right from there, the Jays offense turned into one of the best offenses in baseball. Now they're going through a stretch where they can't hit a baseball to save their freaking life. Albeit no Bo Bichette, they get some big hits, some big home runs. Does it turn into anything? I can't tell the freaking future, but we will see. And you get a grand slam from Varsho. Barger, Santander, Vladdy scores. It is 4-0 Blue Jays. And I think every Jays fan, probably the broadcasters, every part of the media, the players, everything. A collective, okay, we're good. We're here. Next batter, Ernie Clement. I don't like his ABs ever, but he flies up deep center field. He made some good contact. Fine. I like it. Keep the good approach. Hit it hard. Next up, Andres Jimenez doubles on the right field line. And I'm like, okay. All right. They go to the right-hander, Zach Kelly. Gets Heineman to fly out. But then George Springer comes up and drives one to right field, and it's gone. A 2-homer inning for the Blue Jays, a 6-run inning. And it is 6-0 Blue Jays. What the hell did we just witness? It's baseball, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know. But before I go any further, going into that bottom half of the 6th inning, every Jays fan is losing their mind. Why? To that point in time, the Jays pitching staff, which is a damn bullpen day today, had a combined perfect game going through 6. And you hadn't scored a run. Then you put up a 6-piece, and you're feeling pretty good. Now, Braden Fisher goes out there and allows a double and a single right away, and it's 6-1. And we're like, okay, can we not do this? They find a way to clean it up. Hoffman makes a sweat in the 9th because what else is new? But he gets the final out, and the Blue Jays win it 6-1. 7 hits for the Blue Jays. They only allow 4 hits in the ball game. They were awesome. The pitching staff was off the charts. Other than, a little bit of Jeff Hoffman command, he allowed that infield single, which you can't really blame him for that. And Braden Fisher's command was off. But other than that, outstanding pitching performance all around. And the Jays, when I say a must-win, I mean the rest of the way, everything is a must-win. With the Yankees beating the White Sox, they did their job. The Jays did their job. We stay tied. We hold the tiebreaker. We're still here. A 6-1 win, 91 wins for the Blue Jays. 91 and 68 now on the season are your Blue Jays. Let's get to these player stats before we talk about the series upcoming. All right. George Springer, 1 for 4. Don't care. 2-run shot. Also walked once and scored a run. Good for him. Vladdy, that's the one guy that's got to wake the frig up. I was about to actually swear there. For this team to do anything in the next 3 games, he's got to do something. He absolutely has to. 1 for 4 with a run scored, and that 1 for was an infield single. The other 3 outs was a pop-up and 2... one was an error, and the other one was a chopper back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. It just can't happen. He's got to be much, much better. Anthony Santander, I thought was great. I loved the at-bats. 1 for 2, scored a run. He had a single. He got hit by a pitch, had a really good at-bat, got hit by a pitch to load the bases. And yes, his strikeout, but the previous pitch, he almost drilled a grand slam. Really good approach from him, like what I saw. Dalton Varsho, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Obviously, the grand slam. Both of his hits off of lefties. Baseball. 7 hits for the Blue Jays, struck out 5 times, walked 4. Let's get to the pitching staff. They were stellar. Louis Varland, always back, baby. 2 no base runner innings. Strikes out 3. Had all kinds of soft contact as well. Was outstanding. Eric Lauer, 3 1/3, no hits, no walks, smell it, 2 strikeouts, no base runners, holding your team in it. Yariel Rodriguez faces 2 guys, gets a punch out. Did their job. Braden Fisher, as I mentioned, struggled a bit. 2/3 inning, allowed a couple hits, a run, walked a guy. So Anthony Dominguez allowed a hit, got a strikeout. Look, all you need to do is have him face righties. If he faces lefties, it's a little bit of an issue. Brendan Little, gonna make you sweat, but got a ground ball double play to end that inning for Dominguez. And Jeff Hoffman, when an inning, allowed a hit, allowed a hit and a walk. It wasn't pretty. Hit a guy as well, but got a strikeout, got through it, and the Jays win it 6-1. Let's move forward to the final series of the season. I will be at that game tomorrow, and God, my heart can't take it, but I'll be there. Shane Bieber and Adrian Hauser is the pitching matchup in Game 1. Adrian Hauser has not been good since being acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays at the trade deadline. He has a 4.65 ERA with the Rays, a 1.33 WHIP. He's allowed double the homers he has allowed double the homers as a Ray than he had as a White Sox, and that is in 18 less innings as a Ray. So he's allowed the home run ball. However, he's had 2 starts against the Blue Jays this year. He has dominated the Blue Jays. So there's that. Game 2 is Joe Boyle, the fellow who pitched down in Tampa against us, the guy who can't throw strikes to save his life, yet has been great recently. I mean, in his game against the Blue Jays, went 6 innings of 3 hit ball, didn't walk anybody, and struck out 5. His last outing against the Red Sox, he went 4 1/3, but only allowed 4 hits, 1 run, but he walked 4. But he struck out 9. So, yeah. Trey Savage goes in that game. We know how he pitched in his debut against the Tampa Bay Rays, who strike out a lot. So we'll see what happens there. The finale, if it means something, whether good or bad, Ian Seymour gets the ball for the Tampa Bay Rays. Last time we saw him, he went 7 innings of 4-hit baseball, 1 run. It wasn't an earned run, walked 1, and struck out 3 against the Blue Jays. Dominated us. His last outing against the Orioles, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 2, only struck out 2. Wasn't great. But he dominated the Jays in his last outing. Now, all of this to say, that's down at Steinbrenner Field in that crap hole of a ballpark. So maybe it's different. And if the Blue Jays need to, Kevin Gausman is slated to start that game. You have your big 3 guys ready to go for this series. You're facing 3 guys. You're not facing Drew Rasmussen. However, these are 3 arms that are good. It's not going to be a cakewalk of a series by any means against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, we flip to the other side, the New York Yankees. Game 1 for their series, and this is also a thing. They had to pitch Max Fried and Carlos Rodon in the White Sox series. So they will not be pitching in the Baltimore series. You have Will Warren going tomorrow in Game 1 at Yankee Stadium, going up against Trevor Rogers, who has been absolutely ridiculous this year. Jays fans, we saw firsthand. And oh, by the way, Yankees fans saw that firsthand in Baltimore. 6 innings of 1-hit baseball, walked 2, and struck out 7 over 6 innings. So his last outing was elite against the Yankees. Game 2 is Tomoyuki Sagano, which is not great. Last outing against the Yankees, 3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 homers, walked 1, struck out 3. No good. Cam Schlittler goes in that game for the New York Yankees. And the finale of the series, again, if it means something for the Yankees, Kyle Bradish goes on the mound for the Baltimore Orioles. Last time he started was against the Yankees. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 2, struck out 9. He was elite in his last start against the Yankees, and Luis Gil gets the ball for the Yankees. So again, the Yankees got to face their best 2 starters, who in their last outing diced the Yankees. They don't have Fried or Rodon going in that series. The Jays have their 3 best starters going in our series. You see what I'm getting at here? I'm not saying this is a cakewalk. And I'm not saying I'm not that confident they're going to win the division still. Because I'm not. But it's a possibility, and it's right there. You win 2 or 3, that might be enough. But all I'm going to say is win tomorrow. Start the series on a good note and make the Yankees beat Trevor Rogers. And I'm going to leave it at that. Jays fans, we're here. Oriole fans, I don't know if you guys are still here. I've seen some in the comments that a couple of you guys have been poking around. If you are still here, do us a solid. Please. End your season on a good note. Wouldn't it be great to eliminate the Yankees from AL East title contention? That would be great, wouldn't it? Anyways, that is going to do it for this one, you guys. If you enjoyed the video and the game, because God, we needed it. Hit the like button, do appreciate it. The subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on this game. What you like, what you not like from today's game. For the Toronto Blue Jays, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays edition. Actually, Leafs edition very shortly. They won the preseason game against the Habs and threw up a touchdown on them. And for the Toronto Blue Jays, Game 1, it'll be later uploaded, but it will be uploaded tomorrow night, guarantee you. Game 1 of the 3-game series at Rogers Center against the Tampa Bay Rays to close out the year. Adrian Hauser, Shane Bieber, 7:07 first pitch there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the win tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.